All right, let's see if we can get a floor built over the next couple days. I had to move all my stuff. A bench would be nice, but for this project it would be kind of pointless. Well, anyhow, first things first, we got to start with this first joist that's gonna go up against the sheeting. That's gonna be my one I'm gonna set the first row of plywood on, although when I start sheeting this, I'm gonna start from that side since the sheeting on that side is gonna be cantilever. I want to hit as many studs as or hit as many joists as I can with one sheet, so I'm going to start from that side and work this way just to make sure I get as close to a full sheet down there as possible. About one. Yeah. Swept this beam off earlier a few minutes ago and it's still a little dusty in here. About 148 and 5/8. Right. Measure twice, cut once ish. Yeah, 148 and 5/8. Why is there a... Where did that come from? All right, first one's in there. It's just toenail. That's what that piece isn't really structural. It just gives something for the tail of the board to hang on to on that end, since it's a 16-inch. In theory, I probably, instead of doing it like I did it too, I probably could have figured up my difference and split the difference and then just not had one on either side, but this works fine. So now we can start doing our ones that are going to sit in the hangers. In theory, these should all be the same length, except for the two that are going to land on the beams. But I'll probably do like, I'll cut two, put those in, measure, cut two, put those in, just to be safe with things. Yeah, 152 1/4. I should be able to cut two that length. I'll do these two. If enough of them end up the same length, we can cut more, but yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and I'll measure those first. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I hit that post, I'll measure those off, and if they're all within reason, I'll just cut all those the same length. Okay, I cut my first one, just test fit it. 52 inches seems to be a pretty good medium to make things slide in nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one in just to get a good pattern, and then if I'm confident with that one, then we can cut more of them to that length. Really? I didn't bring the freaking hammer with me. Alright, it fits pretty good, so I'll finish nailing that one off and cut a few more. I don't know how much, I don't know how much of these I'm going to video. I mean, it's cutting and nailing in floor joists. You can't make it too exciting. I'll probably like do the two that are on the post so you can see what I did there, but the rest of it is just cutting and nailing floor joists. I don't know how else to make it exciting. Unless I like fall off the ladder. Okay, so I'm onto this joist. This first one that hits the corner of this pole, so I had to grab a clamp, so I had a spare set of hands. Hopefully you can see I got my pole light going because we're running out of daylight here inside the barn. So for this one, I'm going to toenail this off real quick. Take this guy and bend it around the edge. And then I'll nail that off and tweak this side back around. Where's my nails? Honestly, doesn't really doesn't look too terrible. I mean, I'm sure it probably wouldn't pass code if you had to have an inspection, but I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be, or why that would be a problem. So anyhow, that's how I'm doing that. All right, there's 14 out of 23. It was a little slow to start, but once I got in a rhythm and figured out, the big thing was figuring out the easiest way to get them set up there, which take that ladder, set it where I can get to a hanger and nail, because naturally the hangers aren't stout enough to hold the 2x12s from just dipping out the other side. So got to set that ladder there where I could get to a hanger, set that ladder in the center, because I have to go up over the beam a little bit and set down, because you can't, when you cock them, they wedge. So put that in the center, get it set in the hanger, and then I can kind of take one foot and get on that and wiggle that ladder over so I can get both feet on that ladder, and then I can get over, nail that one, and then go over and move this ladder and nail that one. But once you get a rhythm down, it goes pretty quick. I was knocking them out pretty fast after I got past the first 4 or 5. So we'll finish the last 9 tomorrow, because I got to move my pile of plywood. I should have never put this here, but I did. So not that I wouldn't have any room to put it over there anyhow, because them LVLs were in the way. So, but I'm gonna clean my tools up, drag this stuff out of the way so it's ready to go tomorrow when I get off of work, and I'll have to go grab another box of 3-inch nails, because don't think I'm gonna have enough. It'd be close. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to get through the last 9. So that will be where we pick up tomorrow. All right, we're back. Gotta start my work light right off the bat. We ain't got no sunlight today, so it's a little bit darker back here in the corner. But I'm just gonna keep plugging away at it. I'm gonna set a few more, and then I want to set that end one because it's gonna be easier while I got room to work, and then I'll finish off. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep plugging away at it. Okay, I'm down to my last 5, and while I've got room to work this post, I'm gonna put this far one in before I fill the hole in. This guy right here, I could not get the toenails in it from this side. I'm not gonna say it's physically impossible. There might be a way to do it, but if you get the nails started in the holes, they're running into the beam at the angle they come out at. So I just ran the 2 in from this side, and I guess we'll call it good. There's plenty of other floor joist support and weight there, so 2 toenails shouldn't make much of a difference. But we'll have you hang here. This is gonna feel weird because I'm used to setting them facing the other way, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. I got these ones turned opposite of each other, so that one will actually sit. I did screw up though. When I hung that hanger, I should have left the tail on this side loose and nailed the other side, because now I gotta reach over the top. Fun. All right, there we go. Floor joists are all in. I'll start sheeting tomorrow when I got daylight. That way, right now I don't even have a way to get a light up there, so. And it'll be easier to start sheeting in the daylight. Once you got a couple sheets on and you got your lines and stuff laid out, then it's easier. But them first 2 sheets, just best to have some light. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit of my mess since we're done cutting floor joists. All that's left to go through is that stack of plywood. So we will catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully, when I start sheeting. It's gonna be weather dependent, because weather's supposed to not that I'm too worried about the weather working in here, but if I can't have the doors open, I won't have any light up there. So that kind of, because tomorrow we're supposed to have a winter storm blow through. It's supposed to drop somewhere between none and 6 inches of snow. So Lord only knows. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens. But anyway, hopefully we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, we're ready to start sheeting today. So, yeah, our big snowstorm of the year showed up. I don't think it's gonna do near what the news people made it out to be. They were saying like 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts and blowing and snowing, and so far it's just this. I swear to God, people forget we live in Michigan. People forget we live in Michigan. It's kind of nuts how much people freak. Well, the weather people don't help it any, because they try to justify their job and make it sound like some big deal. But people freak out when they hear, like, it's dumb. We live in Michigan. We're gonna get snow, and we don't get winter. Like, even from back when I was a kid. We don't get, like, when I was little, you were flirting with snow by Halloween, and by the end of middle to end of November, you had at least a foot and a half of snow, and it was gonna be, you weren't gonna see grass again until end of March, beginning of April at the earliest. Like, we don't have winters nearly like what we used to, and people just wig out like it's the end of the world now every time it snows. I don't like snow because I don't like to deal with it, but it's not because I don't know. They've all got to push their climate change agenda. Okay, so we're not gonna make it to this joist. So this first sheet, we're gonna start here. Start with a full sheet here. Yeah, it's going to end up some sort of partial back there, and then the next one will be flipped, full sheet in the back, partial sheet in the front. That way you stagger the center joint. So it looks like we want 39.5, and we'll go, just to be sure, we'll go a little, 39.5 looks like a pretty good dimension, but go measure it back here somewhere just to be sure. .39.5, pretty consistent, and then we'll have to knock that corner out to clear that beam. So we'll need a figured 8x8 notch in this corner, and we'll be good. Yeah. Okay, there's the cut line. And then we need to put in an 8x8 notch. Okay, we're up here. I got a few nails driven in it so that it can't shimmy around. There. This thing's bouncing around. Probably shouldn't have it on what I'm nailing. That would probably help. Alright, 4 sheets are in, and now I gotta figure out exactly what I'm gonna do here. Let me get down and move the ladder. this spot right here, I gotta figure out, because that's kind of dorky. But I want to keep a lug, or keep a cleat right here to hold this beam down, because it does, because of the stresses in the old beam, it does want to go up, and this is helping to hold it. So I think what I might do, we'll reclamp it, pull this block off, I'll spin it, cut it, because it doesn't need to be this tall, but I'll take it and I'll spin it and I'll cut it to the width of this beam, and then we'll lay it in there that way. It's not necessarily pretty, but I don't really know. Actually, hold that thought. I think I do know. I got them for assembling that post over there, but I've got some L brackets that I could put one on each beam and nail it in, and then that'd let me put the plywood right over the, let's do that. Let's do that, I like that. Okay, I don't have any structural rated screws that'll work with these, so I'm just gonna nail them. Do this bass awkward. Hey, one more. All right, there's 8 sheets down, which is, well, since I'm on that side of the post, technically we're like 2 inches past halfway. So finish up the last ones tomorrow. This guy right here, this one was a motherfucker. That I don't know. That sheet, the only thing, this is a full sheet, the only thing I did to it was notch that corner to get around the beam. This sheet is a full sheet, the only thing I had to do was notch, so I didn't do any cutting on this one. Everything's like nice and tight, and there's nothing out of square down here. This one and this sheet went in nice and square and everything lined up. This son of a bitch, like, I had to cut it as a trapezoid to get it to fit right, and I didn't quite get this end. It's off by like 1/4 inch, but like I played hell getting this one to fit that corner, and then you come over here and it's perfectly like everything's perfect out. So I have no clue, either that one's not cut square or this one's not cut square, one of the two. And I didn't lay a square on it because they were both nailed in. I wasn't going to try to cut them. But yeah, that one was interesting. So we got big old pile of bat crap now. And now that now that I got a level surface to work off of, I can get my cord back from the star I used to have up there in the peak of the building before. That is the first Christmas decoration I've ever had. It never got put inside. Once it was up there, and we just left the cord hanging and I'd plug it in when I needed it. Never had a bulb go out. The only thing that killed it was the UV killed the plastic structure of it, and it just shattered one day and fell down the barn, and the strand of lights is still hanging. But that was a good investment on that, as far, because I mean normally Christmas decorations are crap. And we had a little snow event, so people are driving like idiots. I already heard 2 sets of sirens going somewhere, so oh damn it, I gotta grab my battery out of that light so I can charge it. So anyhow, halfway there. Actually, if you count this as part of the project, we're way well over halfway there, but halfway done with sheeting anyhow, so finish this up tomorrow. All right, let's get this project finished up, at least as far as the carpentry work. I'll still have some remount the lights where I want them and see how that goes. But anyway, went and got Shelly her Valentine's flowers, plowed the driveway. Got about 5 minutes into it, and the cub fouled the plug. But at that point, everything was hot, so you don't dare try to pull the plugs out when it's hot. Otherwise, you either burn your hands on the block or burn your hands on the manifold. So at that point, it's just like it's running. We'll limper through, and I'll clean them tomorrow after it cools off. But you'll have that on them old worn-out jobs. Honestly, it's a miracle this thing even runs, because the compression is like non-existent, but it still runs good. It just burns a little bit of oil. Not even a whole lot, but a little, just enough. So anyhow, I got to get a full sheet up there. Is going to be our next little go-to here. This one, it's like some sort of paint or stain or something, but I want that facing down because that's kind of ugly. All right, the last sheet. Let's see how I did here. This one ended up having to be cut at a slight angle against the wall. It looks like we're gonna fit all right. Perfect. the situation. There we go. One hayloft. It's always satisfying when you can stand back and go, I built that. But now I'll have to get a little bit of detail work. I'll have to go around with my little oscillating tool and zip off all these pegs, because those are real good string breakers. Now that I can get up to them, I can pull all these vines out of the roof. They've been dead forever. I don't know what's still holding them up. So we cut them off the back of the barn. When did I buy this place? 2017, I think, was when we. That was just the following winter. And it was 20. It was that July, August time frame when we started cleaning the back of the barns. Those things have been dead since 2017. They're still hanging on. Get my cord down. I'll have to get Dad over here and we can finally, don't know why they're up there, but they got square nails in them, tells you how old they are. Get these two beams down, because they'll be kind of in the way of stacking hay. Figure out a ladder. I'll probably just end up doing the same thing they did over there and just put cleats down and finish, or probably add two more at the bottom maybe. I just don't like the thought of hanging off that side of the pole, because then it they're in the way getting in and out of that bay right there. What do you think, Teeter? Huh? What do you think? Lily. Lily, up here. Lily. Up here. Hi. Hi, Lily. What are you doing? Is it bugging you that I'm up here and you're down there? She says, yeah. What? Yeah, those aren't going to get you up here. They'll get you closer, but they ain't going to get you up here. I don't know why you're thinking about getting on that. Lily's a climber. She will, it's kind of scary. So anyhow, I'm going to, I got a mess to clean up and tools to put away, but after 4 late nights this week working in here, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. I'll get my stuff back down on the floor and close this place up and call her square. And I guess probably I might go get some stuff, and Saturday we might look at adding a couple more outlets and hanging a couple more lights and getting that out of the way while I've got all the stuff out, and then we'll get everything stuffed back in here and call her complete. But this weather's supposed to be kind of crappy this weekend anyhow, so may as well just wrap this project up completely. So anyhow, I guess with that being said, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one, right guys? Huh? What do you think?